Orange County, they started doing that. Everyone since the Obamacare, ma'am, and it's not a mystery. Everywhere I go, I get hospitalized many times because if I don't take my medication for exactly for what's happening right now, that reason, because I go there and I have to go through the red taping and all that, and then pushed aside, and then I don't get my medication, and then I get racing thoughts. I don't sleep, and I have to be hospitalized.
Okay.
And that's been going on for many years. And I do it. Last time I was, I think, January or yeah, I was there for a week. And then when I got out again, they started harassing me, and it's not mystery anymore. It is a fraud. It is some that is not supposed to happen to American citizens with disability, especially after the 1990, um, American with Disability Act. It yeah. So that's my dilemma, and that's why I called you, and I wanted to see why do I have to go to finance and be harassed and then bombarded by letters and phone calls and everything after that? Do I qualify? Am I a Medicare? Or do I have to worry about paying here and there and collection agencies and stay in this, get all worried about all of this, everybody trying to fraud us, or worry about my mental health?
Well, I'm sorry if you feel like you're being harassed. Everybody that receives services with any of the county clinics has to sit down with one of our financial screeners, and they may or may not have a share of cost. I don't know your financial situation, but one of our financial workers would certainly be able to tell you if there's any share of cost or if Medi will take care of everything. It's just pretty standard practice. We're required to have a financial screening every year. Actually, there has to be an update annually, and that's been in place for many years.
Yeah, but again, ma'am, like what I just said, and I don't want to repeat myself. It is not a $500. It is not $1,000, 55 or 5 share cost. It
Mhm.
was for many years before even I got my Social Security, ma'am. Before I was found disabled and Social Security, paying my Medicare. I used to pay, well, it used to be $37. Department of Mental Health, they have that, and this is some funding from the government. The federal government is allocating all these funds for all these programs. It's not we are Social Security recipients. The federal government is taking care of us because we already invested and pay all of this. So I don't know why the state is trying to fraud us out of some that is the federal government already taking care of. So the point that I am trying to bring to your attention, ma'am, with due all respect, is that's exactly what I'm talking about. Why I have to go sit there and finance, and they telling me that I have to pay share cost, even for the in-home service support now. They have all this department on aging and everything, and everybody's trying to fraud everyone out of this Obamacare, which we have no. The federal government is the one that's supposed to be taking care of all these social security recipients. I don't know why the state is trying to fraud us out of some that is already been paid by the federal government, because we are as social security recipients. We are federal government recipients. Has nothing to do with the state. The state has to cover us with the Medicare because of that's the Obamacare that that the what you call it, the share cost or whatever, it has to be paid by the state, ma'am. It is so that's the point that I'm trying to bring to the attention of everyone, and that's what I do for a living now, because there is a lot of people that they been getting frauded out of their service and pushed to the curb because the state is wanted to to charge them all these fund, all these share costs, which is already covered by the federal government.
Right.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I wanted to know why do I have to go there and sit there and did not get the service unless I sign up? And then the last time I was hospitalized, ma'am, they wouldn't let me unless I give someone name so they can go and harass them and for a family member, oh, for emergency. It's not for emergency. You just wanted to harass them to get this money that is supposed to be you getting from the federal government. The state is doing something that is really wrong. It's not right.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it's part of our required process. And just because you're meeting with one of our financial workers doesn't mean that you're going to have a share of cost. It's just a required part of our intake process, and annually it's a requirement to have it updated. Um, so there are many folks that have full coverage that have no share of cost whatsoever, and you may actually fall in that category. One of our financial folks can tell you whether or not you will have any share of cost.
Yeah, but this is what and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be argumentative with you, and I do apologize for my way of, I'm just originally from Egypt, and we some kind of intense and loud and obnoxious. So nothing against you personally.
I don't think you're being obnoxious, sir. Believe me, I understand how frustrating some of the procedures can be, and there's nothing more confusing or frustrating than the world of insurance and coverage. I find that to be quite frustrating myself.
Yes,
I
because
understand.
yeah, thank you. And now the thing that is alarming, Mrs. Gross, that I may get. I don't like that term. I'm sorry, but I don't. Why should I go there when I know that I do have? It's my our constitution right. It is some that we already pay many times over. They given us one, pennies. No, not even pennies, a fraction of a penny on the dollars for all the money that we invested throughout the years from our social security. So this is some that is it's out of it is not right. So when I go there and they tell me, and the none, I have many of these encounters with the Department of Finance or whatever you call it at everywhere I went, and none of them it told me that yes, you are like it used to be, $37, and I never paid for the last 7 8 years. Never paid because I didn't have any income. And you know why I didn't have any income? Because my ex-employer and the state Department of Labor frauding millions of us out of our I didn't come from Egypt like this, and I wasn't born like that. I was in the car business and finance and sales and everything, and that's why I inherit all of this. So for me to be struggling and trying to get my medication and the medical treatment that is I am entitled to, that is being caused, whether caused or not. So to go there and say, oh, well, you may qualify. I may qualify for what? It is already our constitutional right, and I'm your social security recipients. That is the government, the state, getting millions of dollars in our names. And I just said it, ma'am, up to $250,000 for Medicare recipients. to cover everything, even if they're homeless, which I am. Okay, they should give them housing, hard housing, and pay only 30%. They should give them transportation. It's unbelievable. They're allocating everything to cover California and HMOs and Cal Optima and all that, and cutting service to the American people, which is it's not right. So for me to go there and sit with a finance personnel that is going to tell me you may qualify, I find that kind of it's right there. This is not something that I want to deal with, especially in my case or in any other person case. Why should we go and sit there and be subject to being frauded out of our service that the federal government already allocating a lot of money for each of us, and being subject to the state telling us, oh no, you may qualify for share cost. As I said, ma'am, it was $37 and I never paid. And that's been done for years. Department of Mental Health, Riverside, Santa Barbara, even Orange County, everywhere I went, they were with them to get my medication and see a psychiatrist. Okay, it was always this, and they did it once a year, and I have to just to go. Every time I go to finance and 5 minutes sign, and I'm out. No one's sitting there trying to upsell me and and telling me that it's gonna be 1,055 for the mental health, and then 1,055 for in-home service support, and then 1,000 for I've been I've been in the hole, and I have no. All I get is $1,600, and they already been dicing and slicing that. The state has been going crazy and taking from my children and everything. It's unbelievable. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm just not trying to. I don't know why I have to deal with this, ma'am. I
Yeah,
got. Go ahead.
I hear your frustration. Believe me,
Okay.
I know. What would you like to do? Would you like to come back, and do you want me to schedule an appointment for you?
Yeah, please.
With
I
our
wanted to come back and see a
seeing our
a, a psychiatrist.
seeing our financial worker would be part of the appointment.
That's fine. I'll go there. I hope. But I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna sign. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sign any pledge on anything that to pay anything, because I'm not gonna. I will sit with them and listen to what they have to say, but I will not commit to sign. Yeah, I won't sign anything that you just agree to be frauded.
Well, they will tell you if, like I said, if there is anything that you owe. Hopefully, there won't be.
Oh, okay.
It,
Yeah. If there is anything, because I had that experience before, and I refuse to sign. And if I am not gonna get service, that's fine. Let it be it, and I will go and file another complaint with the Department of Justice.
mhm.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you. So, where are you? Where are you residing? You said you're homeless. Do you have a particular spot where you stay typically, or?
No, ma'am. I do. My nonprofit is taking care of my accommodation, because Orange County they kicked me out of the frauded, like they doing to everyone. So my legal address is in Orange County. That's with the Social Security, with everywhere. But I'm going to school, and I wanted to stay in Los Angeles, in Claremont, to be near the school. This
Well,
is a.
if you're, let me. This is another little wrinkle, and I apologize
Yep.
for
Go ahead.
saying this, but um, if you're staying in Claremont, there's Tri City Mental Health, which is responsible for serving the needs of residents of Claremont, Laverne, and Pomona.
Oh, you
And
see,
it really
that's
would be. I'm
that.
sorry.
That's another thing. You see, this is what I'm talking about, ma'am, and I'm not new to that. They democratically segregate people. Mohammed Shaban cannot be in Claremont. And that's exactly when I went there, I went to the Jocelyn. And I told them that I am in Claremont, and they said, "Oh yeah, you go to LA." They told me to go to the clinic in LA downtown somewhere, and then they said, "Oh no, yeah, the nearest one is Arcadia. There is none here in near Laverne or any." It's unbelievable. You see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Where is it?
Yeah, there's a clinic right in Pomona. It's quite close, and they serve Claremont, Laverne, and Pomona.
Okay,
It's called Tri City Mental Health.
okay.
And,
Let me grab a pen to write.
okay.
Okay, go ahead, man.
Let me try to pull up their phone number, and I can give that to you.
Tri City. That's the name of it.
Tri- yes, Tri City Mental Health Center. Let me see. Okay, their phone number is area code 909-623-6131.
Okay. And I might go because I have Medicare and I have HMO, Cover California, or whatever you call it, uh,
Uh-huh.
and I can go to any psychiatrist and get all of this. I don't have to go and deal with all of this. Anyone who wants to have my business, I'm a good I'm a good account.
Actually, if you have covered California, they should give you a list of where you can go.
Well, I have
We typically don't see folks that have private HMO, and in fact, the HMO may create a problem for you. That's probably why you have a share of cost places, because you're going places that are not part of the HMO.
yeah. Well, no. Well, what happened? It's a long story. Since I got that Medicare, everyone tried to again. You know, they are just going crazy. The HMOs and Cover California and California, Cal Optima, everywhere. The counties, they all going crazy. Everybody wants to
Yeah,
get.
well, the insurance situation has really become quite confusing, and it's very messy. I agree with you on
Yeah, it
everything.
is. But the thing is, Mrs. Gross, that the thing is though, it is they all going to the federal government is allocating a lot of money, and they getting greedy. They getting it's unbelievable, unbelievable, and they just don't want to cover people that they in desperate need of this uh, service, the Obamacare thing. It's it's unbelievable. But anyway, I do appreciate your help, and I'm sorry if if I was loud and obnoxious. And
No, that's okay. Believe me, I understand the frustration. It's hard navigating through this crazy maze of regulations and things. It really is. I understand that. Um, but again, the HMO part is going to be a challenge. Have you called your HMO to find out
no, no, I
a
already.
list of providers that you can go to?
No, I'm not gonna need the HMOs. I'm gonna just fire them because they've been. I don't do well with them. The first time, once I get my Social Security, what you call it, Medicare, I sign with one, and then they start, anyways. Then I file a complaint with Social Security Administration, and then they kick me back to the state, to the county of Orange, and then the county of Orange didn't want to do. It's a long story, but anyway, I went back with the county of Orange, and now they're trying to find out where I'm staying. I am originally from Orange County. my my mailing address is Anaheim. That is the Social Security has it. The federal government. Everybody knows who I am and where my legal mailing address. It's a PO box, post office in Anaheim. So that's where I should be getting my service. Now, where I'm staying, it's relevant because I am an American. I'm not Californian or Orange County or San Bernardino or Santa Barbara. Everyone is just trying to, you know, I am an American, and I can go anywhere and get my Medicare or a service. It's not like where you gonna stay. Oh well, here I'm not gonna send. It's unbelievable, and that's why I said the counties are going crazy. Each of them they want to just get as many recipients and push them to the curb and get the money from the federal government. Period. And the HMOs are racing with the state. So it is kind of. But anyway, I do appreciate your time. I do appreciate that you give me that number, and I will call them, and then I'll take care of it.
Okay. I wish you much luck.
Thank you. You too. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Shaban. Thank you.
Yeah, good day. Bye bye.